So glad I'm not doing the. Oh, here we are. Okay, here we are, and we're getting ready to. Hello, this is Janet Moore. I'm the Geek Whisperer, and we have been having some fun with technology today. I'm going to invite one of my feedback coaches, and we're going to talk about a great Halloween topic, which is ghosting. And let's see, I'm gonna get the lighting and everything correct. So let me just make sure we're trying to add one of our gals here. She's already been added. Invite. Is there anything else we could do here? She's already invited, so I guess we gotta wait. Was there something else we needed to do? No?
What do you want to do?
Oh, shoot. Okay. We can come a little closer. You look like a cruisier. There. Okay. So, hi, I'm Janet Moore, and I'm the Geek Whisperer, and we're going to get this straight there. I think that's more straight. It's still not. There, now we look a little better. Okay. Hi, I'm Janet Moore, the Geek Whisperer, and today we are going to talk about a topic that's like really relevant. It's called ghosting. It's just in time for Halloween. And today I have with me one of my lovely Facebook
Feedback. I'm a feedback coach.
We've had a time today. I think I got Facebook on the brain. We've been trying to get do a live stream with some other dating feedback coaches, and yeah, I don't know what happened to her. So we're trying to get her on right now. We've been doing this all night. It's been super crazy. So anyway, so please bear with us. This is our very first one. We're going to be having these every Friday night at the same time. This is a little late because we've been having technology problems. And hopefully by next week we'll figure it all out. But we'll be having different feedback coaches come on. And so we get to meet all my new feedback coaches. I'm going to be having a new service just for you guys. I've been listening to y'all. I listen to, I talk to y'all, different men every week about what's going on with y'all, your circumstances around dating, and what you need. And I know a lot of you, when I've talked to you about my boot camp or my workshop, one of the things that y'all really wanted or really liked was going on those dates, those little mini meet dates with women, getting feedback. So I've created a new service just for y'all where you get to go on mini dates. It's a service it's a package deal. It includes coaching, the mini dates with the women, and then a follow-up to make sure you're moving forward on the action items we create from not only my coaching but also the feedback coaches that I give you. So a month-long group coaching to keep you moving forward to make sure you can fulfill on those goals that you created. So so that's exciting. So Grace is one. There was another girl we were hoping to get on, and I don't know what happened to her. Maybe it took too long to try to type in the title. I don't know. But we'll be getting to meet them, and what's exciting is, when you're ready to rock and roll with this package, then you get to actually select who you want to actually go on a mini meet date with. So, and she will give you not only written but verbal feedback too. So that's really exciting, and it's recorded too, so you can go back and listen to it if you wanted to. Anyways, so we're going to go ahead and move forward, I guess, with our topic of ghosting, just in time for Halloween. And I guess the thing I wanted to start off with ghosting is talking about so first of all, we found out that women tend to ghost men more than men ghost women. And so we just came from a talk with the women's group about this. And so we told the women, don't do that. Basically, don't do that. And the reason that they do it is because they don't want to hurt the guy's feelings. So just to let you know, they mean well, but it doesn't come off that way, right? It doesn't come off well at all. So I feel your pain. I understand what you're going through. And so we definitely talked to them about that. I know we wish we could tell all the women of the world. And we actually told them something like, what do you remember some of the things we said?
Yeah, we talked about how the golden rule, treat others as you would like them to treat you. We talked about feedback. You know, if somebody doesn't think that you're a match, just say it. Be open, be honest, give the kind of feedback that you would want to get. So we're not a match, and move on, rather than ghosting. Much better option.
Yeah, or not compatible, or just something, you know, that lets you know she's not interested in a nice way, gracious way, and that you can then, because like most guys are like black or white. Are you in or are you out? Which way? Just want to know so I can decide what to do next. So that's what we ask them to do. And then just don't take it to heart, you know? Because here's the thing. You want to be with a woman that's crazy about you. You do. So, yeah, it seemed like you were excited about somebody, but it didn't work out. I always I coach my guys next. The concept of next. Okay, well, that didn't work out. Just go ahead and there'll be more. I promise. There's lots of fish in the sea. So remember, you want someone that will really just think you're the bomb, and they want to be with you. Anything more you want to say about that?
Yeah, I teach some principles, new paradigm relationship principles, and some of the ones that are applicable here is depersonalization. So when somebody tells you something that you don't want to hear, it could be that they're telling you more about them than they are about you. And so if you look at it that way, as they're communicating who they are and where they're at, and you don't take it personal, then it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to affect you as much. And in that way, you can start to choose what you're affected by, and that's going to make for a much more pleasant experience.
Right. Exactly. So I think, was it Eleanor Roosevelt or someone said, only you can allow someone to hurt your feelings or something like that. I think that was one of the quotes I heard. So only you can allow someone to hurt your feelings. No one can actually hurt you. You allow someone to. So then just say, okay, learn what you learned. Like something happened or you saw how it went, look and see, what did I do? Like kind of like if y'all are into do retrospectives and agile, well, we look inward, kind of retrospectively look inward and go, okay, what worked with that? What didn't work? You might even see that woman that you were with, well, she might not have really been, if you kind of look back, you go, yeah, she didn't really have this or that. Yeah, it was probably for the best that I moved on from her because she's one of me. And so it's like, it's blessed, like you said, but
a blessing in disguise.
Right.
Could be a blessing in disguise. If you choose to see it as a blessing in disguise, then that's what it is, a blessing in disguise. If you choose to see it as the end of the world, then that's what it'll feel like.
Yeah, that's right. That's so good.
So you have a choice in how you respond when somebody, reacts or responds to you. You can choose to allow it to affect you, or you can choose to see it as a reflection of them or where they're at. And then you don't have to take it personally.
Right. So then, one of the things that I, when I'm coaching guys and talking to men, I see a lot of is, if they're doing online dating, is it's kind of like a kid in the candy store kind of thing. Like, let's talk about the culture just right now. There's so, like, I remember like years ago, we were talking about this with women, that dating sites weren't as sophisticated, I guess. They would just show you a list, kind of a match, and then you would just go and decide who you wanted to meet. Nowadays, when you're on a dating app, they just throw people at you. It's like, oh my God, like you got one you're talking to, and then they throw you a new one. They throw you another one. And it's like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel. It's like, right? Anything? What are you going to say about that?
I haven't experienced that piece of it yet, but I'm not in that position right now in my life. But yeah, it could be really frustrating. So the thing is, if you're there, choose wisely, because your time is money. Your time and your energy are your most valuable asset. So be careful who you choose to invest it with. Only choose to respond to the ones that your gut says yes to. And if you check in with your body, and if your body's not giving you a yes, move on.
Yeah,
to the next one.
Just because they talk to you doesn't mean that you need to talk to them, right? And also, one of the things I notice about a lot of the guys I talk to is that they don't actually know what they want in a woman. It's like, well, then that's probably why you're getting kind of whatever, right? So you might consider that you need to really look at, what do you want in a woman? Really, like, again, go introspectively and think, what do I want? Who am I, and what do I want in a woman? And if you don't know, then that's probably why you're just getting, like I said, this or that. And that was a great thing. Like, look at, when you're looking at these women, well, does she have those qualities I'm looking for? she doesn't, you be the one that says, not a match, sorry. You know?
Because remember, it goes both ways. You know, you're interviewing her just like she's interviewing you. And if you're not sure what you want, one of my favorite exercises is to decide what you don't want. So you write, you know, on a piece of paper, all the things you definitely don't want. And then you write down what the opposite of that would be. And that can be a really valuable exercise to help you get clear on what it is you want. And I actually teach a 4-step manifestation process that starts with a clear intention. So if you have a clear intention and you know what you want, you set your intention, you wait for something to respond to. This works for most people, not everyone. And then you listen to your gut or your emotions, depending on what your inner guidance system is in human design. This is how we look at it. But basically, you want to listen to your body and see what your body says about this. And if you get a yes, you move forward. And for most people, you'll find that you'll feel satisfied if you've moved forward with one that resonates with you, a person that resonates with you. And if you feel frustrated, that's a good sign. It might be time to say next.
Yeah, and don't think, you know, have the confidence or the value about yourself. Like, you really value yourself so that you can actually say no. I know it can sometimes be lonely being alone, but sometimes I think it could be even more lonely being with someone that doesn't respect you or value you. So just take time to just think about that. Like, you value yourself enough that you are only going to be with someone that respects you and treats you with that. Like, you can see that they value you in the relationship. Now, another thing about ghosting is you might look at yourself, kind of, this is like a karma kind of energetic thing, is are you ghosting other women? How are you being with other women?
What you might find is that life is a mirror for you. So whatever issues that you have going on inside, you might be seeing those show up in your circumstances for a reason, so that you can face those issues, deal with them. And once you do, you'll find that your situation all of a sudden almost automatically changes, because, I mean, you've probably heard this before, as above, so below, as within, so without. What we find is that our world is actually a mirror of what's happening inside us. And if you don't believe me, start playing with this idea. Try it out in your life and see, you know, what the challenges are. If there's a pattern in the certain kind of women that you attract, or the certain kind of problems that you tend to have over and over and over. And once you see that pattern, if you can tune into, what is this trying to tell me? What is the lesson here for me? And if you can learn from that, as soon as you learn that lesson, guess what? Things will change, and you will find that your whole life will shift. And all of a sudden, you'll have new opportunities, new challenges, and those things will no longer be an issue once you deal with them, once you address them.
Yeah, so like, kind of related to what she's saying, how are you treating others? Do unto others or do unto thee. So if you're treating some women a certain way, or treating people in your life, not returning calls, not even acknowledging people, well, then maybe that's coming, like she said, back to you. So clean up. I would say clean up your integrity. Be someone that has integrity, that you can be counted on. And if we sometimes we mess up, great, just clean it up. Clean it up. And that way, again, what's below is with, how do you say that again?
As above, so below. As within, so without.
Yeah, within, so without. So if you're being this way within, then you're going to see it in your life the same way. So if you're being as somebody of integrity, keeping your word, cleaning it up when things don't go right, then it's going to be showing you up for you as well, right? So another thing, though, I wanted to talk about as well is a lot of guys I noticed when they're doing online dating, again, it's like we said, it's like squirrel. It's like the kid in the candy store. There's so many women coming at you, and for the women, there's so many men coming at them, right? So what are you going to do to stand out? So one thing I noticed that some of my clients were doing is they were just like, well, the girl didn't really say much, so I just gave up. And I really noticed sometimes we get busy and we might respond eventually, but we do respond, and you're the man. And that's, may sound whatever you want to call it, sexist if you want to, but you're the guy. The guys chase the women, okay? So if you want a woman, if you really want her, you've got to go after her. So one of the things I noticed is they don't really know what to say next. You don't know what to say next. So one of the things I teach is a way for you to, first of all, stand out. So actually helping you with your profile to put in the things that you need to put in so that you stand out and are memorable, for one thing. So have women, when you actually say something to them, they go, ooh, I look at his profile. He looks pretty interesting. And then the second thing is, when you respond to her, you respond in a way such that she's going to go, ooh, he actually read my profile. So that's like one of the things I want you to take away today. Read her profile and repeat something she said in her profile or something she just said.
And then ask her about it. Ask for more information, because this is how you're going to get to know her, and this is how she's going to get to know you. And what I teach when we're looking at your human design, the majority of people, 70%, need something to respond to. That's the strategy. So if you ask her questions, not only are you going to appear interested instead of interesting. I mean, you want to be interesting, but you really want to be interested so that you can woo her.
The way to be interesting is to be interested.
Yes, be interested.
Yeah.
Which is asking questions.
Yeah.
And giving her something to respond to, right?
Right. And you want to not ask yes or no. You do not want to ask yes or no where she can question so that she answers yes or no. You want to ask a question such that she would, like instead of saying, how was your day? Or no, was your day good? They were there, sorry. Was your day a good day? Yes or no? Not much to go on that one. We'll say, what was the best part of your day? Then she knows what to say. Oh, this is the best part of my day, you know? Or how was your day? Oh, it was fine. So that, you know, even though it's not necessarily yes or no, it's very like, oh, it was good. Or it was not bad. Maybe they might go on. But if you say, what was the best part of your day? That kind of takes a little bit more conversation. And then what's great about that is if she says something cool back, then you can say more back about it. You can reply what she said and then keep the conversation going. And if she doesn't say anything that doesn't seem like, well, I can't repeat that, I don't know what to do, go look in her profile. Go back and see some of the other things she talked about and repeat something in there. Look at that. It's really repeat, get the concern, and ask the questions. And that's really the key here. So that's one of the things I want to talk about. To help you, strategies for helping you not to get ghosted or to do those types of things. One is to be able to write a really good profile. And it doesn't have to be really, like, you know, it doesn't have to be like some kind of grammar, stellar masterpiece of a book or any kind of thing. It just has to be really genuine and show what makes you unique and memorable. So that they go, oh, that's neat that she, you know. I had one client, I don't even think he put this in. He climbed Kilimanjaro. And that's like amazing, right? And he didn't have it in his profile. I'm like, dude, you got to put that in your profile. Oh, I went mountain climbing. Oh, what? You know, put that kind of stuff in there. You know, the cool things that you've done. Maybe you invented something that was cool. Maybe I don't know. There's all kinds of things that, you know, maybe you love to sail. Maybe you know how to fix bikes. Maybe you make this amazing dish that, you know, women will go, wow, I want one of those. Or maybe you love to make incredible breakfasts every morning. Women are going to go, ooh, I want to have a man that makes me breakfast every morning. You know, anything you want to add?
Yeah, I would say don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to put who you really are. Like if you're totally into gaming, put that. I totally love gaming. Or if you have never had a TV, like I've never owned a TV in my life, I would put that because TV is really not that important to me. And I want the person that I want to attract to have that same value. So it's really important to be authentic. Don't be afraid to be different, because when you put yourself out there, you're attracting, you know, like attracts like, and birds of a feather flock together. So don't be afraid to put it out there, you know, who you really are, even if you are different. I mean, the fact is we're all different, and you want somebody to like you for who you authentically are.
Oh, did she come in? I didn't even see that till now. Yes, exactly. So we might get another person. I don't know if she's already left. Exactly. So that was, I love what you said. Yeah. So you always want to be authentic. I read a lot of these guys' profiles, and they don't put anything in there, and it's like, well, how can I decide? Oh, he may be hot, or you know, or whatever, or you may see a hot girl, but that should not be your criteria. And just for them, but women we're women. We want somebody that will actually, okay, hot's nice, good looking's nice, but it's really more about the soul, like the connection that we're having with somebody, as opposed to how hot they look and maybe how good they are in bed. But if they can't really make a connection and really understand you and like to do the same kind of things you do, it's really going to be, it may be good for like 3 months, 2 months, maybe 6 months at the most.
Short term.
Very short term.
It depends what you want. And there's nothing wrong with just wanting a short-term relationship. If that's what you want, put it in your profile. If what you really want is a long-term committed relationship, put that in your profile, because that's going to weed out the people who don't match. And why waste your time on people that don't want the same thing that you want? I mean, if it's really important to you.
And hello, Tim. We see you there. Hello. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, exactly. So those are the big things I kind of wanted to just kind of touch on. I think we covered all the topics that we wanted about ghosting. So let's kind of take a summary. I want to see if we've missed anything. So the first thing is
we talked about ghosting and why somebody would do it. We talked about
we talked about the women, about why they ghost. So it's not personal. I mean, maybe you could take it as personal, but it's like if they ghost you, just remember, a lot of times it's because, let's say this nicely, they're actually trying to, they're worried about your feelings. Yeah, it's like totally in my mind, it's like illogical in my mind, but that's what they think. They think, oh, I don't want to hurt his feelings. So just remember again that that's what they're thinking, not that it's right, not that we like it, and then just move on. Like, yes, you liked her, but here's the thing, you don't want to be dating her for months and then she does this later, right? We talked about that, where maybe you actually go out with somebody for a while and then they just ghost you. And here's the thing, if they do that kind of thing, good riddance. It's good to know now so you can move on. And another thing about ghosting is maybe you're attracting, or maybe you keep meeting or connecting with women that really aren't for you, like you were talking about. Really look at the list. You want to say anything about that?
Yeah, look at the patterns. Look at the patterns in your life. Take some time to really reflect. What type of women keep showing up in your life? What kind of problems do you tend to keep having?
Mm-hmm.
And whatever you're seeing, it's an opportunity. Everything is either an opportunity or a problem. I mean, you can choose to see it either way, but if you see it as an opportunity and you address it, all of a sudden it's going to disappear, and you will whole new vistas will open up in your life. I know this to be true.
Yeah, if you stand strong on what you want, so first you got to know what you want. Okay, so we talked about the women. Don't be upset if they do this. And kind of know that that's what they're doing, even though it's not the nicest thing. And then, what do you want? Maybe you don't even know what you want, so you got to know where you're going, what you want. The next thing is be a man of integrity. Be someone that doesn't ghost someone else. Be someone that does not communicate with people. Be someone that communicates with people or women. Don't be the one that just ghosts them or is evasive or whatever. Be straightforward and say what you really feel. Also, looking at your profile, really be genuine and who you are, like she was saying. You want to
be authentic and put in your profile who you really are, not who you want to be, because she's going to read it and she's going to resonate with whatever you put in there if she's the right person for you. And so whatever is most valuable to you, put it in there so that if she shares your values, you guys can talk about that and you can connect on that level. And if you want a long-term relationship, say it. If you only want a short-term hookup, say that, because there's people that want all kinds of things. And the more clear you are in what you want, the easier it is going to be to attract what you want.
There's a movie, it's kind of old now, but it's a great movie on this concept of wanting something or being somebody that you're not, and then actually attracting someone that likes that person, not really you. And that movie is called The Ugly Truth. So if you haven't seen that movie, I know it's a rom-com, guys, but it's a really good lesson. It's got a great lesson. It's about a woman. I don't know if I should tell them. I guess I should tell them. I don't want to ruin it, but it's about a woman who wants, like, the guy that everybody wants, right? And she's kind of a little odd, right? And so she pretends to be this woman that this guy that everyone would call the women of the world, like what she thinks, of course, the women of the world want. And then she becomes somebody different in order to get him. Well, she gets him, but then she realizes he thinks of her as a different way, and so he is fallen in love with somebody else, not her.
He's fallen in love with the facade that she created instead of the real her.
Right.
And that makes a really important point. So put yourself out there authentically
Yes.
so that you can attract someone who's authentically and genuinely interested in who you are. Because the other thing is only going to bring you short-term, may bring you a short-term partner, but in the long run, it's probably going to bring you frustration.
Yeah. I think most of the guys in this group, it seems like at least, want to find someone to be with, married, be with the rest of their life or long term. So, yeah. So, I know there are a few guys who want hookups, and for better or for different, whatever, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever you want, you can have it. And let's see, one last thing. What do we want to say as we sign off? Before I get
Well, if you have topics or questions, things that you want to hear more about, I mean, I know in the last week I've been in other groups and they've been talking about all kinds of interesting things. And if whatever it is for you, make sure you let Janet know so that she can address it in one of these future lives, Facebook lives.
Well, I was going to say just about the topic. The topic of ghosting. The other thing the last thing I wanted to say is when you are interacting with women, not only do you want to be yourself and portray your authentic self, but you also want to look at how awesome you are and put that in your profile. Like I told you about the Kilimanjaro guy. It's like put these things, and that's what I help you with when we have a strategy call. I actually help you figure out what those things are, so that you can put them in your online profile. And I can help you also with that as well. And then also helping you really understand that women just want to be heard. The quieter you are, the better. You just asking and listening and asking questions is going to get you really, really far with women, especially in person, but also online. So if you see like a woman's not talking more, you need to be the one asking the questions so she can talk more. So you need to be the one engaging and the one driving the conversations if you really like a woman. And another thing I'd like to say is ask her to meet you sooner than later, or at least talk on the phone to her. But yes, the last thing I guess before we start my announcement is please, if you do, it was great, Grace, what you said is if there's some topic that you would like us to talk about, remember we're going to do this every Friday. We're going to start at 9:00 Central. Now today we started late. We spent like an hour trying to figure out technology. We still didn't get it to work, I guess. But we're trying to bring on some of our other feedback coaches. So for those of you who joined late, Grace is one of our feedback coaches. So what that means is I'm going to be having a package where you first get on a call with me for strategy, and then afterwards you go on 3 mini dates with one of we have at least 11 feedback coaches right now. We're always bringing on more. You get to select who you want. I'll kind of guide you on who I think might be a good one for you based on kind of your circumstances and things in life. And then you will actually get to go on a little mini meet date with them, where you will get to like if you met them online, you would the first time you're going on a FaceTime or a Zoom call, and you would basically get a simulated date where you get to interact with them, and afterwards they give you feedback about how you were. Have a list of 2-page list of different things that they're going to talk to you about. So not only will they write it down for you, they'll give it to you, and they have the Zoom as well. Then after that, you get to go on. So we will have created from the strategy call an action item list of the things to do to basically kickstart your love life. And you'll get all these wonderful things from the coaches as well, from 3 different coaches. So I'll put that all together, and then we're going to create goals for you for the next month and tasks to actually have you work on. We're going to be using Trello. If y'all are geeks know what Kanban boards and Scrum and Agile is all about, because I'm an Agile coach as well. We're going to be actually putting that in a Trello board, and we're going to be tracking you on those tasks every week for 4 weeks. So for the next month, you're going to be, instead of just like, I know one of the guys I talked to actually today goes, why do you like this program? What do you want to do it? He goes, well, what I like is you're not only teaching me something, but you're following up and making sure I'm doing it. You're not just leaving, accountability, and not leaving him hanging going, okay, now what do I do? I don't know what to do.
Moving you forward.
Yeah.
Now it's going to help you move forward.
Yeah. So So I'm real excited. This is a new program I've created because I've been listening to you. I've been listening to what you wanted. And one of the things I noticed, and I said this at the beginning, so if I'm repeating myself, we've been going well, so I know Tim just joined, um, is I wanted, when I started talking to men what they wanted, um, when I told them about my boot camp and my workshop, it had the going on the dates with the many dates with the women. They go, oh, I want that. So that's why I took it out of my boot camp and put it into this new package deal where you get to have the coaching along with the coaches coaching, and then feedback coaching on mini dates and with moving forward. So also another thing I want to announce. That's my first. Anything on that one I want to say? The last thing I wanted to just mention to you is I will be starting in probably the next couple of weeks where I will be introducing you to some real women to date for my Facebook group. So these women, it's a group called We Love Geeks. So if you have women that are your geek friends, or that just maybe they're not geek, but they want to date a geek guy or a guy, single guy in tech, have them join this group. I will be highlighting women in the group that want to be highlighted, and I'll be putting them into the group that we have now, and highlighting them with a post. And any of you that would like to actually go on a date with them, then you get in touch with me, and you will get you'll get some coaching beforehand. I'll put you on a Zoom call together, introduce you to each other, go away. It'll be recorded so that afterwards I can look through it and give you feedback about what you did great and maybe with some things you could do to improve. And then I will let you know if she wants to go out with you. If she's like game, and then I'll give you the contact information, and y'all can go for it. So I'm real excited about this because I know this is what you want. A lot of you are saying, I don't know where to meet women. I don't know where to go. With the pandemic that's happening right now, it's been really hard for not us geeky tech people, but everybody. So I'm here to help you. I listen to you, and I want you to know I'm super excited about these two new things. So please, again, if you have something you want us to talk about, go ahead and put it in the comments below what you would like to talk to us about, what you liked about this time, about this particular Facebook live feed, about ghosting, what you learned, so we know that, okay, I like this. This was cool. We know like how we're doing, giving us feedback, retrospectives, right? So anyways, I think that was it. I can't think of anything else. Again, we apologize for being a little late today, but we're excited to do this again. We do this every Friday at 9 o'clock Central Time. So thank you again so much, and we'll see you later. Bye.